Hey guys, welcome to Sketchbook Tour number 6. This was an observational drawing that we did in class. I started with just a basic sketch of the outline using kind of the measurement system with the pencil. I'm trying to get the correct sizes. I even bought like the T-square ruler that's like used in like drafting to try to get the measurements as precise as I could. The assignment this week was focused on the glass, which I think I did a pretty good replication of what the observational piece of the glass was. I think it looks pretty realistic. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I had shown the professor the work and he had suggested that I darken this area because it was all this color. This and this were kind of similar in color along with up here. So I went through and I did some more assessing of the picture that I had taken in class, and sure enough, this area was a lot darker than this area. And it even has some darker components up here because the light source is actually down here in this corner. So it really helped, I think, bring out, I added some contrast in the skull as well. Before it was a lot closer in tones. But I think it came out really well. All of my dark areas are used mostly with like a 12B and a 14B, mostly for the panther. And for these really dark areas, you can't see because there's like glare. But these really dark areas of the cactus, they're all 14B as well. I had to redraw the panther several times because the first time I drew it, it looked very drawn. Like it didn't look realistic at all. It didn't have the right shape. And then I had to kind of look and see what I had done wrong. And originally I had made the face a lot shorter than it is in the original image that I took. It's actually a piece of paper that is taped. This is all tape right here. And the piece of paper kind of rumpled because the tape wasn't applied really straight. So you get these shadowing effects here. But it was just a picture that the professor had put up behind the observational piece that we were supposed to be drawing from. It was really hard to get in here and get this perception right because originally when I had drawn it, I had drawn this one a lot bigger and this one smaller, so I had to redraw. And then this color and this color were very similar in the picture, and Professor Jones was like, you know, make this a little bit darker so you can see the separation, and it looks so much better just by adding that little tiny bit of contrast. The little tiny bits of contrast that I did add do make a huge difference. It's kind of amazing how such a small thing could like change a drawing so differently, but I think it really did. And I think it came out really well. I also found these really awesome eraser pencils. I bought them on Amazon. They're not on our supply list, but I found them really useful because they're a pencil, but it's an eraser inside. And the eraser has a bit more drag than the Tombow eraser. So this one wasn't getting the highlights as bright as I wanted. And the pencil eraser really made a big difference on getting the highlights really bright. So that when I contaminated it, because I was working on the panther and I was just like drawing like this, it was contaminating all of the brightness here. So I kept having to come back and re-erase all of the really bright parts several times actually, because it took several times especially since I had to redraw the panther a couple of times to try to get the face shaped correctly. But that the eraser pencil really made the biggest difference in that, I think. Yeah, and then I think just darkening this so that it didn't match this, and there was some contrast, really made a big difference as well. But anyway, there's my second to last drawing for the class. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think in the comments.